Today I want to talk about some of the wines that our customers really love here and have become our house favorites. Obviously Opus 1, it's on our top end of the list. It's right around $350 a bottle. Not necessarily in stock all the time. It's difficult to get the allocation, but when we do get it, it sells out pretty quickly. That is a high-end wine, special occasion. The three California go-tos are one of three. I love Chappellet. Chappellet cab's a big cab. It's the region it's growing in. I have read and have been educated that it may be its own appellation. It's in Napa. It's in the region of Napa. It's a very tough terrain to grow grape on. And we've had wine dinners for Chappellet, and customers go bananas over it. I happen to love the cab. The cab is a 2014. I do recommend open this bottle as soon as you get to the restaurant. Have them open it, let it breathe, enjoy a cocktail, enjoy an appetizer, and then dive into your cab, your Chappellet. Consistent wine. It's a well-balanced Cabernet, a big juice. It's great with steaks, and it's great with our rack of lamb. The terrain in which these grapes have to survive is a very difficult terrain and condition to survive in. It's very steep terrain and very rocky. So whatever grapes do survive, they fought for that nutrition, and you can taste it in a grape. They're big. It's a big boy. My other favorite, where I actually learned a lot about my wines, is in a winery called Frank Family. It's one of the first wineries I visited. I got along very well with the winemaker there, Dennis. Great guy. Agent, met him 15, 16 years ago, and this is where I started my collection. And carry verticals of the Frank Family, 08s, 09s. We have 12s, 13s, and 2014s. So you can enjoy tasting the different vintages. I like big reds. I'm a meat eater, and I'm a lamb eater. Our rack of lamb is more of a Moroccan French style. It's a Moroccan influence with a French cut, domestic Colorado lamb, and that you can't beat it. I either go here, the Chappellet, or I'll do a Bordeaux. And then one of my other favorites, personal friend, is The Calling. The Calling is Peter Deutsch, the Deutsch family wine business, and Peter developed The Calling in collaboration with Jim Nance. Jim Nance, a PGA, famous commentator for the PGA Tour. Jim and Peter collaborated, and it's a really interesting story on the inspiration behind The Calling. I'd love to share it with you when you come in here. Peter shared with us. Every wine has a story, from what I've learned in the business. So the two favorites here that we have at the Chateau for The Calling, Chardonnay. The Chardonnay is not, the Calling Chardonnay is perfect for a food wine and on its own. Most Chardonnays are very oaky, very buttery, and they're a meal in a bottle. That's how I describe it, without being a wine snob. And the Calling reminds me of more of a white Bordeaux. So if you're at a table with someone who loves Chardonnay, but maybe a white Bordeaux lover, a French wine drinker, the Calling's a great neutralizer for those different parties, those different tastes. It's not a real punch in your nose butter taste. It's very tamed. It's very balanced, and it's a great food wine. It's not going to compete with your dish, which is important, especially here at the Chateau. Nothing competes with any one ingredient, whether it's on the plate or in a glass. We also serve the Calling Pinot Noir. We serve it by the glass. It's one of our higher end glass pours. It's roughly $19 to $21 a glass, and we blow out of it. We cannot keep the Calling Pinot Noir in stock. It's mind-blowing. It's not your fruit-forward Pinot. Again, it's more of an old world Burgundy. It's much more balanced, and it's got more finesse to the wine. It's delicious. Customers go crazy over the Calling Pinot Noir. So Calling Chardonnay, Calling Pinot Noir. And then in closing, dessert. I always like to leave dessert room for wine with my dessert, and I love a big red or a port.